If you've ever implemented Salesforce task automation, you've probably discovered something pretty quickly. This isn't really a technology decision, it's a people decision. When companies start automating tasks, reminders, follow-ups, and notifications, they're not just configuring Salesforce, they're influencing how people organize their work. And that's where things get a little complicated. I've seen three different styles of workers. Some people only track the major action items. Others document every detail, dependency, and follow-up. And then there's people like me. I somehow keep half the meeting in my head and can recall it 3 weeks later without a single note. My point is that task automation affects all three people differently. That's why there is no universal answer. The real question isn't how much can Salesforce automate. The question is what absolutely must happen for the business to succeed. On one side, you have highly structured task automation. This approach creates tasks for almost everything. It provides consistency, clear playbooks, audit trails, and accountability. It's especially useful in industries like healthcare, financial services, insurance, and other compliance-heavy environments where missing a step can have real consequences. But there's a downside. Too much structure can overwhelm people. I've seen organizations create so many tasks that users stop seeing the priorities altogether. Everything becomes noise, and at some point, Salesforce stops helping people do their job and starts to feel like a micromanagement tool. On the other side is the high-level task automation. This focuses on major milestones and outcomes rather than every individual step. It gives users flexibility, improves adoption, and reduces administrative overhead. But it isn't perfect either. It requires judgment, leadership, and coaching. Managers can't simply outsource management to Salesforce and expect everything to work. One warning sign I always watch for is how people feel when they log in. If users open Salesforce and immediately see dozens of overdue tasks, endless reminders, and constant notifications, the system is probably creating anxiety instead of value. That's when people start ignoring the tasks, working outside of Salesforce, and resenting the CRM. The real trade-off isn't automation versus no automation. It's control versus trust, consistency versus flexibility, and ultimately, the relationship you want people to have with Salesforce. Personally, if I had to choose a default approach, I'd lean towards high-level automation. You can always add structure later. It's much harder to remove complexity once users have become frustrated by it. At the end of the day, the goal shouldn't be maximum task automation. The goal should be the right amount of task automation. Enough structure to keep important things from falling through the cracks, and enough flexibility to let adults do their jobs. Look, I've seen this work. I've had a customer that had a detailed process that they were following for their team. Everyone did the same tasks, everyone completed their tasks, and they operated like a well-oiled machine. This group automating tasks made sense as it served as a reminder to complete those things. I've also seen this work when you build for specific reasons. You have one person on the team that needs to do a set of tasks based on an action. Let's say a closed-won deal. The automation served as the handoff and took the people telling this person out of the process. Now every time a deal is closed-won, those tasks are created, that team member gets notified, and the tasks don't get delayed by someone forgetting to tell them the deal is closed. Again, stick to, is it helping or is it creating anxiety? If you can answer which of those you're doing, you know which direction to go.